Welcome to Assembly Update, a weekly report of your representatives' views on issues and events in the New York State Assembly.
Welcome to the show. I am Assembly Member Angelo Santabarbara, representing the 111th Assembly District, which includes Montgomery County, parts of Schenectady County, and parts of Albany County. Today on the show, we are going to be talking about community hospice, and we have joining us Executive Director Lori Monti. Welcome to the show, Lori.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here.
If you could start off with telling us a little bit about yourself and how you get involved with community hospice.
Sure. Well, I've worked in not-for-profit healthcare for over 20 years, most recently with the Eddy, overseeing all of their nursing homes. And we deal with a lot of end-of-life issues in nursing home care. And I came to community hospice about 15 months ago to deal with end-of-life issues for people who need hospice care.
And you hear, people have heard of community hospice, and we see brochures, and we've even seen some commercials on TV. Just for the audience, what is community hospice? What are the services you provide?
So community hospice provides services to people who are living with serious illness, who need help with their medical care, nursing care. We provide social work services, spiritual care, complementary therapy. We have massage therapists on staff. So we really provide a holistic approach to care for people with serious illness and their families. And we also provide a lot of services in the community around grief and bereavement for family members who've lost someone.
And if people listening want to learn more or get involved or contact community hospice, what's the best way to do that?
So the two best ways to reach us are our website, communityhospice.org. We have offices in 7 counties, so you can find the office closest to you and call them up and find out about volunteer and donation opportunities. Or if you're interested in finding out more specific to a loved one or your own personal situation, you can call our central intake line at 518-724-0242.
And so the best way is the website. You can always call the office and find the office closest to you. Approximately how many families does community hospice serve in a year?
We admit over 3,000 people a year to hospice services, and that's just patients. So multiply that by 3 or 4 when you take into account the families we serve. On any given day, we have about 600 patients on program in the Capital District, some living at home. Most are at home. Some are in nursing homes. Some are in hospitals. So it's not just for people living at home, although that's usually the best place to provide care to people.
And if people want, you mentioned donations, you mentioned going online and possibly people helping out. What are some of the things people can do to help community hospice?
Well, we have over 700 volunteers, so that number usually shocks people. And you can volunteer in the office, you can volunteer to go visit people at home, you may have a special talent. We also have a lot of different events during the year, and we have a lot of volunteers help us run those events in our different communities. So that's always a way for people to get involved. And a lot of the services we do are funded through donations, and there's lots of opportunities to make donations to the organization.
And those donations can be made in person or, like you said, online is probably a good way to do it as well.
Yes. Anyway, we'll accept those donations any way people want to make them.
And if people want to volunteer, they can come and find out more information or talk to you directly.
Yes, again, the website, or they could call their local hospice office to find out about volunteer opportunities.
And that website is communityhospice.org.
Correct.
And if we can give it that number one more time.
Sure, 724-0242.
Well, I want to thank you for being on the show. I appreciate you giving out the information about community hospice and everything that the organization does for the community. Certainly, it serves a large part of the community and a large part, all of my district. So we appreciate the work that you do, and thank you for being on the show.
Thanks, and we appreciate the community support.
Thank you. Join us again here on Assembly Update, where we'll talk more about things going on in your community. Thank you.
That's Assemblyman Santabarbara's report for this week. If you have any comments or ideas for Assemblyman Santabarbara, call 518-843-0227 or write the Assemblyman at 1170 Riverfront Center, Amsterdam, New York, 12010.